Christmas is not and will not be the happiest season for everyone this year. For some, this year, it might be the first Christmas without a loved one. For some, Christmas is a reminder of poverty or an abusive husband or an alcoholic father, a cold-hearted mother. It's the reminder of a prodigal child who is yet to return home. It's the reminder of a poor decision made in the past with consequences of loneliness during seasons like this. For some of you, Christmas is a painful reminder of sin and shame in your life. You may not have a family to gather with because of sinful choices that you've made in the past, and you wonder if it's even possible to be delivered from stain and shame of sin. And the truth is that at one time or another, we have all been chained in the prison of sin. If you will remember, the wise men in Matthew chapter 2 have just met Jesus as a baby child. They have worshiped him. They have headed back home. They were supposed to go back to a king named Herod and inform him of where the baby-born king of the Jews was located, but they were redirected by God. And God, here in our text, directs Joseph, the baby's father, to take Jesus and the family into Egypt in order to keep the baby protected from Herod's evil scheme. And then the Holy Spirit, through Matthew, says this in chapter 2, verse 15. This was to fulfill what the Lord had spoken through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I have called my son." This seems strange, and so what's going on here? Well, the quote is taken from an Old Testament prophet named Hosea. But why did Hosea even mention this? Well, in order to know that answer, we need to know the context of Hosea. Hosea is the true story of a man who marries a woman who will not be faithful to him. She abandons Hosea along with her children in order to pursue the lifestyle of a prostitute. And after years of this lifestyle, she ends up in a brothel of sorts on the auction blocks. And to her surprise, who is in the audience but her husband, Hosea, who is the highest bidder, purchases his own wife out of slavery, takes her home, and loves her unconditionally. God puts this true account into motion to demonstrate to his children Israel his unfading love for them. They are the unfaithful wife, and God is the compassionate, patient husband who will not abandon his people. And to remind them of his unconditional love, Hosea speaks for God and says, "When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son." God is reminding his people that he has been faithful to them from the beginning. When they were imprisoned under the rule of a cruel leader, when they were prisoners in chains, God miraculously delivered them. Egypt was a picture of the world system, the prison of sin, that no matter how hard they tried, the people of Israel could not break free from those shackles. It was going to take a miracle to deliver them, and that is just what God did, and he called them out of Egypt. But all of that served as a picture, Matthew says. There was a greater fulfillment hidden in that reality that can now be seen in Jesus. There is a new and greater exodus that will occur, and it will be led by Jesus. He is the one who can set you free from the shackles of sin and shame. God's ultimate demonstration of love for us in delivering us miraculously is seen in Jesus. As you pray today, please remember Pablo Munoz and his family, our Changemaker missionaries in Chile. And also remember the Hindi Life Word broadcast that's heard throughout Kenya.